Hey guys, Tommy Bryson here, and welcome to Ask Tommy Bryson, where I take your questions and talk to you guys one-on-one. If you want to join me, just go ahead and sign up directly in the link down below, and that way we can talk one-on-one. And by the way, everything is free. Let's get started.
Hello?
Hi, hello. Is this Malaysia? Malaysia?
Malaysia?
Malaysia. This is Tommy Bryson. How can I help you?
Hi. I seen your post on Instagram and I was interested in a few different type of businesses. I
Okay,
just
so just before we get started, Malaysia, I just want to let you know that this call is going to be recorded and potentially uploaded on YouTube. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, perfect. Go ahead.
Well, I was interested in a few businesses and I just didn't know where to start per se.
Okay. hmm
So, do you want me to just go into like each business?
I mean, yes. Let's go step by step. Okay. So, what business are you interested in?
So, to start with, I am interested in Jadora Plus Dispense. I was interested in making my own personal ATM experience dispensary. That way you don't have to see anybody and it's just you and the ATM.
Okay.
With that, I wanted to have key fob entry for medical patients. Also, it's going to have a pin. So it's a key fob and it's a pin entry.
Okay.
The pin is going to consist of the last four of their social, and this is only for medical patients. For states that have medical laws only, that's
hmm
where that will apply. But if they have medical and recreational, I'll have ID entry for anybody who's over the age of 21. Also, the ATMs will keep up with their intake, like so they don't go over state regulations.
hmm
Because you only can get a certain amount of ounces per state. Like I know in
hmm
Virginia, I believe it's 1 ounce you can have on you, and if you go somewhere like DC or Maryland, it's 2 ounces compared to
hmm
here. So yeah,
Okay.
that's one of the businesses I was interested
Okay.
in.
So let's pause there. All right. So it sounds like you want to create kind of like a hand-free business when it comes to like cannabis, right? So you have like an ATM. People that have medical issues can just go in, put in the last word of the social. People that want to do recreational, they can just go in and basically like scan their ID or something like that. Is that what you mean?
Correct.
Okay, and then now my question is this. Okay, this sounds like a pretty good idea for what it is, right? My question is this: have you heard about an ATM actually doing this, or like a vending machine actually doing this?
Yes, I've
Oh,
seen several machines actually.
that do exactly what you want to do, like the whole like medical stuff, the whole like recreational, all of it.
Correct.
Okay, where have you seen it?
So I was looking online and I was wondering, I was like, do they even have like ATMs that dispense marijuana or vending machines that dispense it?
Mm-hmm.
So I started looking into it. I found a few places that did it. I just didn't like the design per se of their machine, but it's machines out there. I don't want my machine like you walk up and you can see every product. I don't like that. I want my products to be hidden.
You want it to be hidden? Why would you want it to be hidden?
Because first it's marijuana, so you're not supposed to showcase what you're selling, like as far as marijuana. Because if you go into a dispensary, they're still in glass cases, and when they're in glass cases, you can't see every product. If that makes sense, like that's
Mm-hmm.
how it is in Virginia per se.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can't see the products. And I actually like that concept anyway. I like. Do you know Walmart pickup? Do you know what Walmart pickup is?
Like kind of like Target pickup, where you like order something and go pick it up. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like this machine. It's this machine. Like you walk into the store, you go to the machine, you put your order number in, and it delivers your package. I want that type of ATM business for my dispensary.
Okay. You said you've seen ATMs online that did this. Have you seen any in person,
No,
personally?
not in person. No, no, never.
Never. Okay, so whenever you see something like that, like a concept that what it means is that it hasn't been proven, right? And it can mean two things: an opportunity, or it can mean there's a reason why people are not doing it. So my recommendation would be to kind of like study more into it and find out why, for example, a dispensary that pays so much money in rent, right? Because they are a dispensary, marijuana, all that stuff. why would they not go ahead and execute an idea like this? Unless like the first person to actually have that, which is actually very unlikely. But you want to find out from the source, why are they not doing this? Is it 100% legal? Is it not efficient? So you want to basically go to the source. For example, like have you ever worked in a dispensary before?
No.
Whatever business I want to start, usually I want to start getting a job wherever I want to see myself. So if I wanted to do that type of thing, I'd probably work in a dispensary and find out what their entire system is, find out exactly why they do certain things, why they don't do certain things. Just figure out exactly how things work. This way, it's kind of like getting like a college degree, but for free and also getting paid. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because I'm getting the knowledge on a topic.
Exactly. And on top of that, if you make a mistake, doesn't matter. It's costing them money, but not you money, right? Because the worst thing is basically you start a business and you find out, hey, this is actually breaking regulations somewhere. Oh my gosh, we're gonna tear everything down. Now you're already like in so much money. So that would be my idea based on this business. Basically, work for someone like a dispensary and find out exactly how they do things, why they don't do certain things, and on top of that, it'll give you more experience to find out exactly, hey, is this something that I actually want to do? Sometimes I personally wanted to do something and then I actually do it, like work under someone. I'm like, hey, maybe I don't want to do this, you know? So it all depends. So that would be my advice based on that. Like, get a job inside of that dispensary, find out exactly how everything. And by the way, right? Remember when you're working there, your job is not to like take part. Your job is to basically take over, right? You want to learn everything, where they get like their whole like cannabis, like what's the whole system, their customers, their marketing. You want to learn everything. That's you're there to research. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So you and then I'm seeing here that you had a question, for example, on fitness apparel.
Oh, yes. So my whole name is Jador. Like, I go by Jador. It's my rap
Jador.
name.
Mhm.
And Jador Bliss is something I just came up with randomly. And I wanted to brand it in every aspect. So I had Jador Bliss Dispense, Jador Bliss Fit, Jador Bliss Mix. It's just like so many different ideas that just bounce
Mhm.
off my head. But for Jador Bliss Fit, yes, I wanted to make fitness apparel and eventually go further into fitness training with that.
Mhm. And have you ever made any apparel?
Made myself? No.
Have you ever sold any apparel?
Not for myself, no.
Okay. And as far as fitness, like are you a trainer, or are you like in the fitness industry? Are you like kind of like an influencer in that field?
So pretty much I just help out my friends, go to the gym. I
Okay.
make sure they stay on it and I make sure they eat healthy.
Mhm.
I used to weigh like 200 plus pounds and now I'm 134.
Yeah.
So I've been consistently doing
Mhm.
this for a whole year now.
Have you created a plan?
No, no.
That'll probably be a cool business. Like where like you know how people like on Instagram are creating like little workout plans and stuff like that, like 8 week plans, 6 week plans. Obviously, like you lost a lot of weight, so you know for a fact those 6 week plans usually don't work. But like a real plan that's actually gonna like help someone that doesn't know how to get started actually get started. As far as fitness apparel, the best way that I've actually worked for this girl. Her name was is she's not dead, but her name was Bella Fernandez, and she's like this big Instagrammer, and she started like her own brand. And like usually when you're like an influencer and you're trying to sell merch, you kind of have to have a story behind it. So that's usually what works best. So if you want to do like fitness apparel, it's gonna be pretty hard when nobody basically knows about you or what you do, and you're trying to like sell T-shirts. Usually it's gonna be very very difficult. It's not impossible, but it's gonna be very difficult to actually drive traffic unless you have money for like a lot of advertising. So my recommendation here would be, I like fitness. I help my friends out. How do I build organic traffic and then sell people t-shirts or whatever, or like fitness and stuff like that? Well, the first thing is, again, right, you want to model yourself after someone that's already there that you actually want to be, right? So if my name is Malaysia, right, and I want
Yeah.
to be kind of like I'm selling fitness clothes. Who do I know personally that does this already? Not personally, but like online. Is that Bella? Is that one of these other girls? Okay, how do they do it? What's the supplier? How do they get all their stuff? Okay, now how do I build an entire like platform? Usually, the way I built my platform is basically I post videos every day until I become an expert in my entire niche. So in your case, if I was you, I would basically say, hey, can I post videos or pictures every single day about fitness on Instagram, on YouTube to get started here? Does that make sense? And then once you have, for example, like an audience of maybe like you don't need a lot of people, by the way, maybe like 1,500 people, and you can start saying like, hey guys, also, by the way, you don't want to, your goal is to help people. If you help people, they're gonna like buy whatever you make, because in reality it's just value, right? Don't make something for the goal of just like money, because you're gonna give up halfway, because it's gonna be so hard to make money when you're trying to like build something like this. So if you can build a platform on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok on working out, and then you also have, for example, like your brand name, which actually sounds pretty cool. Then that's very possible to do. However, if you just want to get started now, you can also just start like a whole Instagram page and start like selling things here and there. But again, it's gonna be pretty hard to like pick up traffic around that. Does that
My
make sense?
problem with Jadora Bliss, yeah, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
My problem with Jadora Bliss Fit was finding a manufacturer that was USA based and wasn't overly expensive. That was my problem because everything was more
What do you,
so
what do you call
overseas.
overly expensive?
Like US based clothes for like tights
Mm-hmm.
is
Mm-hmm.
$40+.
Per unit,
Yeah, per unit. That's
depending on how many
not.
you order, right?
Yeah, like it starts like if you order one, it's $40. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's 60, sometimes it's more. Like it's
How many
very
manufacturers did you go
expensive.
to?
You see how many different places?
How many manufacturers did you find and call?
So I found a couple actually. I really like Ken Custom. Ken
Mm-hmm.
Custom was pretty cool. They actually had online apparel workshop where you can design your apparel online, but then their website crashed, so I really didn't trust it that much because it
Mm-hmm.
kept crashing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I went into I should have got my laptop. I went
It's okay.
into a lot of different places. I don't really know the exact names right now, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I went to a lot of different places.
And why are you not that interested or vested into like buying outside of the U.S.?
Because one, that's when I first started this is when the pandemic first started
Mm-hmm.
and everyone just wanted US based materials. Everybody just want US based. And even though your tables say made in China, your chairs say made in everybody wants US
Who's
based.
everyone?
When I say everyone, I'm saying my audience that wants the apparel or whatever. Um, that's what I mean when I say everyone.
Okay. And you have an Instagram, right? I'm guessing.
You said, do I have Instagram?
Yeah, you have an Instagram, right? Because you told me you hit me up through there. And your
Yes,
audience
sir.
right now, um, what do you post? Are you posting like fitness stuff, cannabis stuff? What are you posting?
Nothing at all. Nothing at
So
all at the moment.
yeah, so then you're
I used to last year, but I stopped.
okay. So then your audience is not like a good enough sample size, right? Sample size means the people that you're actually basing your information on is not as large as it needs to, right? So saying, for example, everyone wants US, that's probably just like in your small circle. If you start, for example, expanding, no one's gonna, again, you're gonna have a brand and a story. People are not really gonna care like if your clothes come from Bangladesh or from China or from Egypt, right? It's all about finding the best supplier for you, whether that's in the US or outside of China, whatever it is. Like the goal is to go out there and search for suppliers. I know it's expensive is basically getting samples. Samples are expensive at when you first start off, because you need a sample, see if the fit is good and all that stuff. That's expensive, but don't 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 get too complicated in your circle, because again, if you're gonna keep growing and growing and growing, eventually when you have, for example, like 10,000 or 15,000 people like following you and so on, and people like trying to buy your, nobody's gonna care if it's like US based or like or China based. I think that's like something like you have in your head, but it's not what's actually going on. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then you also told me that you want to lead this into a YouTube channel, sounds channel.
Oh yeah, Jadorbalist mix. Like I want to have like nature sounds and things of that nature that people fall asleep to. Just
Oh, you,
different sounds, rain sounds,
mm,
weather sounds, thunderstorms, like different things.
okay. Again, the best way to do that is basically you're probably subscribed to those people already, right? People that have, for example, like all those like sounds and so on, like the live
Yeah, like
videos.
chill
Yeah,
cow and stuff like that.
yeah. I love Chill Cow. That's what I do every morning. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah. But as far as that too, like just write down, my advice is this, right? You write down the top 10 channels that do that. See how frequently they post, like how they post, like what they title their videos, where they get their entire like music from. Usually like bend sounds and like royalty music, or like royalty free music. And then this is like just get started with it. If I'm being honest here, Malaysia, it sounds like my name is Malaysia. I have a lot of ideas and I just need to get started on one, right?
Yeah,
Just start
that's pretty much
one.
it is.
Yeah, so well the first one is like the ATM thing, right? That's gonna require money. Potentially you getting a job to actually see exactly how everything works. That's like a little bit more overhead. As far as, for example, the fitness thing, right? That's all about building a brand, right? That's very
Yeah,
possible and feasible, because basically it's just you doing what you're doing now, but just recording it and documenting it, right? And just making it, for example, in the format where people can actually digest it, right? Here's how you do a squat. Here's how you work out. All this stuff, right? You build a brand around it. And then the third thing is the YouTube channel around sounds, right? If you want to start that, then it's pretty simple, right? You're just uploading a lot of content and making connections with people to actually put their music up and all that stuff without getting copyrighted. But you can't do all this at once, right? Most likely. You can work, for example, at a dispensary while you're going to the gym and recording, and at the same time posting your content on chill and like your own like chill cow, whatever. It's possible. But my recommendation would be, if I were you and I had this many ideas, I would look for three things, right? Something I like, something I'm good at, and something that's going to make me money. If it doesn't make me money, it's a hobby. And by the way, it's fine to have a hobby. Not everything needs to make you money, but you have to be realistic, right? So if you want to start
yeah,
on the venture of like fitness and like building a brand and all this stuff, very possible. My advice would be start today. Start posting videos every single day. Start flooding the market. Start learning how to do everything. Learn everything about YouTube as possible. For example, like SEO optimization, how to do your descriptions, how to edit your content, everything, and just do it for 18 months straight. No stopping. 18 months, because basically in 18 months you're gonna see exactly if that's working for you or if it's not working for you. If it's not working, you pivot to the next thing. All right, what's the next thing I want to do, right? But you gotta give your ideas time to grow. You sound like me when I first started out and I had an idea and I'm like, okay, this is good. But then like I would try it out, okay, it's not working out. Let me just start something else. You gotta give things time to compound and actually show you results. Does that make sense?
yeah. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, patience brings blessings.
So you have to practice that on yourself. If
I
you
know.
what job do you have now?
Right now, I just do deliveries for Walmart.
Yeah. So if you're doing deliveries for Walmart, how does that help you? It brings in income, right? That can bring income to basically keep you alive while you're doing, for example, fitness or the whole music thing, right? However, if you really, 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 really want to do this entire like cannabis thing, which is not my game, not interested in it. But if you really want to do this, it sounds like, hey, I need to work for someone that's in that field so I can learn everything about it.
Yeah.
And that would be my advice on that stuff.
I appreciate your advice, man.
Okay, you have any more questions, Malaysia?
Actually, last question. I
Go ahead.
came up with this yesterday. So yesterday I was talking to my friend
Mm-hmm.
about I don't I know this is going on YouTube, so I don't want to go too deep, but I have a person in my life who uses drugs, whatever,
Yes, okay.
and I was pretty much telling another friend if we can do like clinical trials with marijuana dosages to ease them off of the other thing, like because 600 milligrams of marijuana, it takes 45 minutes to go into your system, and it keeps you high for about 30 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the drugs that they use takes like 5 to 10 minutes to go in your system, and it keeps you high for like 10 to 30 minutes. So
Yeah.
it's like, how can we ease them away from that using marijuana instead of just, they don't have to smoke it either. It can be
Mm-hmm.
crystallized. It can be, marijuana can actually be smoked in so many different ways or ingested in so many different ways, like
Mm-hmm.
edibles and all that, tinctures. It's just something to like, get them off of it.
Mm-hmm. Usually my strategy would always be the same, Malaysia. It's gonna be like research first and learn from somebody else is actually doing it, right? So in that case, right, I would recommend you go basically I don't even know how to help you with that, right? Because that's like a whole, like, it sounds like my friend is on hard stuff, and I want to get him off of that stuff by doing this entire thing, right? But it's like experimenting, right? So my advice here would be like, let's try to get your friend some help, like professional help. And if you're interested in that, you want to go into the professional help sector of that entire idea. Does that make
Okay.
sense? Yeah, just
Yeah.
again, right? You don't want to be a jack of all trades. That means I'm into everything. I'm doing everything. No, you want to pick something, and you want to get very good at it, and become an expert in that. After maybe 10 years, you can switch your craft, whatever you want to do. Usually after 10 years, like when you become like a major expert, that's fine. But for right now, like your friend, I'm sorry about that. Get him some help if it's possible, right? You get him some professional help. If that's what you want to do, like rehabilitate people for like the rest of your life, that's also fine. It's an amazing goal to achieve. You could want to go into that entire sector, learn about it, get a degree in it or a license, whatever it is, and spend your life helping people with that. If it's fitness, start now. If it's dispensary, then you want to go work for somebody. But the idea is you have a lot of ideas and you got to pick one and just take action and stay focused on it and do not get distracted by anything else.
Okay.
It's like Warren Buffett, right? You know Warren Buffett?
I believe so. I think you talked about him on one of your videos.
Yeah. Warren Buffett's about investing, right? You know Bill Gates?
Of course.
Yeah, computers, right? You remember Steve
Yeah.
Jobs?
Of course.
Apple, right? But when I mention these people, you know the one thing they're known for, but it's not like so many things, right? Because it takes a lifetime to like learn all these things. So focus on one thing, and then when people say, "Do you know Malaysia?" Oh yeah, the fitness person, or like the cannabis person, or the YouTube person, right? But you gotta, or if, for example, the treating people and stuff like that, right? And by the way, you can actually work like I think in a center and volunteer your time to help people that are in need and stuff like that. If you're interested in like the whole like rehabilitating people, but pick something and just work with it. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, I just wanted to help my friend. I'm not interested into it like fully. It was just like for my friend, just to
Yeah.
like throw the idea out there.
Let me tell you something too about friends, and this is gonna sound mean, okay? But you need to get in professional help, or she or her or whatever. And if they're not like willing to, you can be there if you can, right? But I read this book. It's called As a Man Thinketh, and it says a man can only be helped when he's actually ready to actually be helped. Does that make sense? You can't help someone that's not ready to be helped. And sometimes, as a helper, as an entrepreneur, where you see the best in people all the time, it's hard to accept that. Where you always want to help, you always want to have ideas about everything, but if someone is not willing to take action on it, it's going to be difficult. It's going to be tough.
Trust me, I actually say that throughout my days. Cause I tell people I was like, you can't fix somebody else's window when your window broke. Cause
Yeah,
you still just had that broken window in your house. Trust me, I be
yeah.
getting it, man. It's just sad to see.
And when you start improving yourself, Malaysia, people are going to use you as an example, right? And in some ways, that can basically help your friend or help people around you, because when they see who you're becoming and who you're starting to become and all this stuff, it's going to inspire them in some way. But you got to focus on yourself. If you can help, help. But if you can't help, you gotta make a choice, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this was a great talk. If you ever want to talk again, you can always just book me again. Everything's free. And I hope in 12 or 18 months when I hear about you again, you're known for like one really good thing, okay?
Okay. I
All
got
right.
you, bro.
All right. Have fun, okay?
You too. You enjoy
All
the
right.
rest of your day, man.
All right. Peace.
Peace.
All right, guys. So that right there was Malaysia. And by the way, Malaysia reminds me a lot of myself when I was back in college, also growing up. I always came up with some crazy idea of how I was going to go ahead and dominate the entire world and the entire industry. However, the thing is, when you don't take action in something, it's like having ideas, having a bucket of ideas, but you're not actually doing anything with it, right? So, Malaysia, my advice is this, okay? When you're blessed with having so many powerful ideas, you got to pick one and execute. Just try that idea out. That's it. And whenever you want to do something and learn about something, work for somebody else that's already there. And whenever you want to try out something, you can't work for somebody, analyze the people that are there already, and then basically work backwards. It's like reverse engineering. How do you build some headphones? Well, let's just take them off, right? And basically like take out every single piece and find out exactly how the heck do you do this, right? That's the whole idea right here. So again, very good ideas, powerful ideas, but just take action, okay? Just take action and work on it long enough to give it a chance to actually bloom into something. But guys, that is about it for this video. Comment down below. Let me know exactly what you thought about it. And by the way, guys, if you guys want to join me on my show right here, Ask Me Bryson, well, just sign up down below. It's free. Just book an appointment. You come on here, we talk, and then we find out exactly what you actually want to do. Link down below, free to sign up and everything. I'll see you guys next time. As always, like, subscribe, hit the bell, get notified, and on top of that, also destroying the like button. And on top of that, if you guys want to text me all the time, well, join my Patreon, link down below, or send me a DM on Instagram at Tommy Bryson. And before I go, if you want to watch another call, well, here's that call right here, and click my face right here. See you guys next time, and as always, peace.